Yeah.
Thank you everyone today for joining us for Posture Alignment with Kimberly on July 18th, approximately 11 a.m. Go ahead, Kim.
Thanks. All right, we're getting started, everybody. I'm just going to grab my watch. Have a seat, Frank, if that's comfortable for you. Okay, if it's not, you can sit up here on the stage. You don't have to get down. I said have a seat. Have a seat. That's all right. You can have a normal seat.
That's why I never made detective.
Cop, he's an ex-police officer. So, all right, everybody, welcome back. How many people we got on Zoom here? Oh, hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Anybody have any questions since last time? So I know a few of you jumped in. A few of you were talking about lower back stuff today. You want to do lower back stuff today. So we'll definitely hit that. We'll hit some lower back. And yep, Denise is here. Good. Where to start? Sorry, I'm discombobulated after pulling logs out of the forest with Mr. Frank over the weekend. This is what I'm going to be doing till September, till the job is done. So where we're gonna, yeah, where are these logs?
Big tough guys look like little weenies. I'm serious.
So here's where we're gonna get started today. Is everybody okay getting on the floor? I'll give you a mod if we need to. We're gonna start out in static back. Okay, so static back is laying on your back. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna trap the body so that the body can't wiggle its way out, and we'll use gravity gently to change the position of your body. So some of you are new. I know nobody online is new, but when we're talking posture, we're talking about the relationship between all of your load-bearing joints, even the little ones too. So we're not talking good posture, bad posture. Everybody's got a different posture, and it's dependent upon what you've experienced in life. Let me turn this to the side, Frank. You're right on the floor, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn this to the side so your feet don't hit the back of the chair.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to rotate this. And you know what? I might give you another chair. You all right over there, Linda?
Probably try out the Catholic school. Too.
Okay. Let's see this.
Always had the window hole.
So if you feel like, so I'm just going to make this nice and wide for you. Can't lay it down today? Okay. It's humid out there. Legs as close to 90 degrees as possible, right there and right there. Good. And I'm going to put, fantastic. Where's your block?
Use that.
Yeah, use that. That's what we used last time, remember? Got it. All right, so Frank, your head is almost looking behind. It's not the worst, but that's happening because of the position of your pelvis and your shoulders. So that's going to change over the time that you're laying here. It'll start to adjust itself, but I want you to definitely listen to the feedback in your body. That goes for everybody out there in TV land. So the point of all of these moves is to get your body to tell you what's going on and cue you what you need to do next. Because I'm not your doctor, I'm not your mommy, I'm not your daddy. We want to learn how to listen to what your body's telling you so that your body can tell you the right things. It's always telling you the right thing. So we want to listen to what it's telling you. So if you feel pain, if you feel the bad pain, red lights are going off, get the heck out of the move. It's not for you just yet. Do you feel okay here, Frank?
I feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are your hands feel comfortable hanging out here? What if?
Elbows don't bend properly, so.
Gotcha. Now I see.
See what I'm saying?
Yep, I see that. What happened?
It's just archery, weightlifting, jiu-jitsu, and they just kind of stagnated like that. So when you go
Okay.
to put an arm bar on me on a cheap date, you're gonna get it immediately.
Okay. Gotcha. Does that feel okay?
That feels good.
Okay.
You know what it is? I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
because There's no other way for it to go. I can go this
Gotcha.
way, but then
Yeah.
my shoulders.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the point of this move is to get your body in as comfortable enough position so that when the pelvis changes, it starts to articulate through your spine and changes your shoulders, which will change the head position. So arms go out to 45 degrees rather than a T. Remember when we did this the first time and we put the arms out here and then we brought them closer to the body and you felt them go from here to here? I want you to find that middle point where your shoulders actually do rest on the floor. You're a little bit different. So because Yeah, because of what your shoulders have been doing over the years, your elbows are in full-time compensation for what your shoulders aren't doing.
Right.
That's why the elbow's staying stuck there. It's trying to make up for what's been going on back here in a kind of effed up way.
Right.
So you just find that comfortable position, everybody, and you just hang out there. If this gets uncomfortable, get out of it. There's a big difference between, what's the words I want to use? There's a big difference between pain and sensation. And I know a lot of you, you're not new. I'm going to stay on this for a couple more minutes. A lot of you are not new. You already heard this talk from me. But some of you who might be out there in TV land or listening to this a little bit later, you can't tell the difference between pain and sensation. You feel something and, oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. We got to start listening to the body and deciphering, okay, is this the bad pain or is this just a stretching sensation? Is it just work? Some people can't even tell the difference between, wow, this hurts in a bad way, and, oh, this is just my muscle working, and you get that burn. But these are things that we have to relearn because we've really divorced ourselves from our body to some degree. So a few of you were asking for lower back stuff today. Good breath there, Frank. Saw that. You still okay?
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Just kind of settling in like that.
Yes, yes. Does everybody, we'll call that the mashed potatoes. Everybody feel like you turn it into mashed potatoes? So we're settling in. That's what we're looking for. So if you're new to this move, you want to double check and see, how did I come into this move? Does my lower back feel different from left side to right side? Was my shoulder feel like? We're always asking ourselves these questions. What's different? What's changing as I'm doing this? Hi, Gloria, welcome back. It's all right. There should be a settling that goes on in this move. You okay, Linda? Okay. You know, sometimes these chairs don't work out too well for those of us that have shorter thighs length. The chairs are too tall and we can't catch that 90 degrees. I'm doing the best we can. You know what? We're going to go easy peasy today, just for the beginning. Because a couple of you are new, not you, Lynn. She is been around for a while with me. So she knows what I'm talking about. I bet if I said, hey, do a windmill, she'd get right into it. So some of you need another block because you're using a block for a pillow. So I'm going to give you an extra block. We're going to go for knee pillow squeezes on the floor. So go ahead and take that block, put it right between your knees. And we're going to do knee pillow squeezes right here in static back position. I got you covered, Linda. I'll come right over and give you. You just get comfy in the static back and I'm coming right over. Oh, sorry, these are so darn tall. These chairs, they might, is it biting into your legs at all? Like the calf or, okay. It is darn crooked though. So you're gonna squeeze the block over and over and over again. Sorry guys in TV land, I gotta correct a few things that I see that are off, just stand by. But you're staying in the same position. You're just putting your block or your pillow in between your knees and you're gonna squeeze it repeatedly. Over and over, right, repetitively. You're right, Gloria? If getting down on the floor is a no-go for you today, you can do this sitting in a chair. Frank?
This exercise and therapy for my knees too. 'Cause I have bone on bone.
Uh-huh.
They make me do this in therapy.
I bet they give you some squishy little ball, right?
It's a round thing in a pillowcase.
A round thing in a pillowcase, all right. That's what the police were beating me up with last week. That's how I met Frank. I'm kidding, of course. You beat me with a stick. That's Hang on just one moment. Don't move too much, Miss Lynn. I think it's just the chair that's throwing you off because one side of the chair is a little up high, but this looks, is this, yeah, this knee is super close. It's really close to your body, but it's better now. So is it still okay? Okay, good. Keep on going. You need a pillow for your head or anything, Lynn? Okay. All right. Somebody asked a question. What were you saying?
What does this work on? Squeezing the-
It does absolutely nothing, which is why I'm giving it to you. All right, guys, I want you to figure out what the heck is this move doing?
Core,
And you tell me. Core.
isn't it?
All right, we're going to get into the core discussion later.
Thighs.
Keep your butt on the floor, Frank. No lifting.
I think
Keep your
hips
butt on the
are-
floor. Don't squeeze terribly hard. A gentle squeeze. Think like 30% of your effort. What do you feel working?
Thighs.
Thighs? Where? Inner thighs, huh? What was that commercial?
Oh, yeah, Fonda, Jay Fonda's thing.
Thigh master, right. So what are we working here?
Thighs.
Thighs. What are your thighs connected to? Your pelvis, right. Via which joint? The hip joint, right. Wow, Frank's my new star student. So we're working on the thighs via the hip joint. What am I always saying? Most of these moves are geared towards working this joint, right? The biggest joint in your body surrounded by the biggest muscle in your body, the glute complex. And for most of us, it's shut down. And when that shuts down, the rest of our building, all the way up to the top, all the way down to the bottom, gets off balance. So we're trying to access your hip flexors, iliopsoas, via this move. So that was the long version of the answer to your question. What the heck are we doing here? We're balancing out your pelvis by trapping it on the floor. And then we're giving it some strength work in the hopes that it will hold this balance after we get up and move on. We know it will, of course, because you were the same one that asked the question, how long is this going to take? And we figured out it only takes a couple moves. Good, I'm going to hit you a little bit harder. Frank, if this hurts for this next move, or if your body's giving you any kind of signals that's like, this isn't right, don't do it. Nobody be a hero today. We're going to do pullbacks. Yeah, I got some of that Italian in me too. So here we go. Pullbacks. Gloria, you just pause for me over there. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're not going to be able to do this one while you're sitting. No big deal. I'll give you a modification. Okay, so pullbacks look like this. You're going to hold that squeeze on the block, not too hard. None of these moves are designed to kill it, right? We're not weightlifting here. We're trying to rebalance the body, and it's pretty gentle. So you're going to hold it. You're going to pull your knees back until they come off the chair and they're right over your hips, maybe even right over your belly button. That's okay too, but don't go any further. And then extend the knees. So you're like you're putting your footprints up on the ceiling. And then bend your knees, which is flexion, and place your legs back on the chair, back and forth. If your feet are touching, try to separate them. We want to keep them hip distance. It's a toughie. This is not an easy move, but this is the easiest position I could give you this move.
Definitely not easy.
No, it's not. But what are we gently doing? How you doing?
Okay.
How you doing today?
Try to leave the house
Mhm.
and my third got throw up. I'm on Pepto-Bismol right
Oh,
now. I'm waiting.
Gotcha. Yeah, you just hang out here. Here's what you're going to do instead.
Okay.
And I'm going to show everybody in TV land the modification for this. So you're just going to do these. But remember how we did these before? And we're trying to keep the toes light. So pretend like you're on broken glass and keep them light. Lift and lower. That's it. I'm going to leave you here for the rest of the day. So if you start getting winded, just suck it up and power through it. No. Usually I do these in 3 sets of 20, but if you're having a hard time and she's giving me a face. If you're having a hard time doing it, do 3 and then pause. Do 5 and then pause. Just do something. This is new. So for some of you that can't do this on the floor and you're doing sitting knee pillow squeeze, I'm just going to back up so I'm in the frame. So you can do something like this. So if you're sitting in a chair today and you can't get your butt on the floor, We're still hanging on to that block in between. And we're just sitting knee pillow raises. Try to keep your ankles in dorsiflexion when you do this. And come back to the beginning part of the position every time. I'm catching some of you guys push really hard and you're just pulling your legs back and you're leaving them in the air and you're going up, down, up, down, up, down. I want you to segment it so that you go through the whole thing in pieces. Holding your block, pull the knees back, extend the knees, flex the knees, put the legs back on the chair. I'm catching some of you guys do stuff like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. If you want hard work, it's coming. It's coming. All right, Gloria, I'll take that. Good. I'll take it. Good. Go for excellent. I love that. When you guys get creative and you just start doing stuff, I learn too. And I'm not going to bash the crap out of you because you're not doing what the instructor says. No, we're trying to listen to our body. So Gloria just made something up for herself and gave herself a better exercise and it feels good to her. Go for it. Everybody stop. Take that block out. You're going to remove the chair. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. For you, Gloria, you're sitting in the chair. We're going to do these in the chair. So pelvic tilts, let me just show you guys on the floor who are doing it. This is an easy one. Make sure I'm in the frame here. We're just rocking the pelvis back and forth. It is not a bridge. I catch so many newbies doing something like this. Butt stays on the floor. You're just rocking it back and forth, anterior, posterior. Anybody sitting in a chair, same idea here. Did your neck start hurting, Frank?
No.
Did you want something underneath your head because it's
Kind of stuck it there. Don't have to. You tell me.
no. If there's something uncomfortable underneath your head because the floor is uncomfortable for the back of your head, I'll give you. But that block is really, really tall, so it's pushing your head out of position. Keep your feet in line with your hips when you're doing this one. There you go. Your hips aren't actually that narrow, so just walk them out a little bit wider than that.
My head was a size 4 years ago.
Okay, we'll walk them out a little wider than that. Right there, right there. Try to hold your knees in. Keep your butt on the floor. You're doing exactly what I said everybody loves to do as a newbie, but don't do it. It's just a rocking back and forth. So Gloria, here's you. You're sitting in the chair, back and forth. Yeah. Good. I love that. Right. Good. So Gloria just gave herself an adjustment. Good. Good. Go easy with these, Frank. You don't want to kill them. So even though it's kind of like that humping motion, you want to just make sure you're getting full range. Right. The hula. Okay, we'll call this the hula. Mm-hmm. I know that one. Good. Okay. Hip lift is next. This move stinks. You know what? I'm going to prep you for hip lift. Let's do some glute squeezes while we're here. Just squeeze your butt over and over and over again. I'm going to prep you guys for hip lift though, because I don't want to beat you up too hard. Squeeze your butt cheeks together and then let them go. Do not use your belly. So we're still laying in the hook lying position, but I'm just going to show you guys in the video. I know it's tough to see. I'm just squeezing my butt cheeks over and over and over and over again. But if you catch yourself using your belly while you're doing this, we had that problem last time, right? You couldn't quite access your glutes. If that's happening and your butt cheeks aren't doing the work, extend your legs straight along the floor. You can even do these standing if you wanted to. Squeeze over and over. Not hard and not fast. We're going for balance. So it's squeeze, release, squeeze, release. It's not staccato. No, it is not. And that's my next point is some people who can't access their glutes. You guys have heard this story from me before, who've been with me for a while. I had one client who said, Kim, all I feel is my rectum squeezing. He could not access his butt cheeks. And we stuck with it for a while. It took him maybe a week, but he was able to finally access his butt cheeks. but it's a butt squeeze. It's the butt cheek. So if you're not sure if you're doing it right, put your hands on your butt. See if your butt is actually doing the squeeze. If you don't feel that huge muscle doing any work, then you have to extend your legs straight out on the ground. Second point is if you're sticking your fingers in your belly and you're noticing, oh, I'm tightening my belly while I'm doing this, guess what? Your butt isn't doing all that work. Your belly's trying to help because your butt's not doing it. Over and over and over again, glute squeezes. You can do these sitting. You can do, I was doing standing on line for coffee. We do inline glute squeezes. We do them standing. We'll do them in this hook lying position. You can do glute squeezes anywhere, anywhere. It does. And you think I found my first boyfriend? Hip lift is coming. We are going to hold it for 1 minute on each side. How's the lower backs going out there? You okay? Good. We're going to hold it for 1 minute on each side. Frank, this one is not easy. So I'm going to give everybody multiple different modifications. Gloria, you're not on the floor yet. Hip lift is going to look like this for you. Try not to twist too much. And you can do something like this, lifting the heel, or if you feel hardcore today and you want to actually try and lift that foot up off the floor, this is the hardest version of hip lift you can possibly do. But it's no big deal to just lift the heel over and over. What we're going for is external rotation on one hip and the other hip flexor to get all that weight and start to do its work and strengthen. This move is done on the floor. This is the second hardest way to do it. So you're relaxing your arms. You're going to cross the ankle over to the knee. And then the one leg comes up in that position that we started out with. So the knee pulls in at the same time the left leg is drawing away. So you're creating your own resistance, but holding in place. Don't contort your body all over the place to get this done. 1 minute, it's starting. So if you're noticing either I can't get it up, no offense, right? I can't get it up, or that, oh my gosh, I can't hold it up, give yourself a break. Pick it up, put it back down, or just make your foot do that back and forth motion that I just showed you for Gloria. Over and over again for you guys that can't pick it up and hold it up. So your foot might be doing this on the floor, or you might just be picking it up for a couple seconds and then lowering it back down. But ultimately, I want you to hold just like I was for the whole minute. And you got 20 more seconds left, those of you that have been holding. This is a toughie. Gloria. Ultimately, you'll be doing that without hanging onto the chair and without leaning into the back. You'll be sitting upright while you hold it. Nice and strong, my lady. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it back. Other side. Both knees are going to be bent, so we're not straight legging anything. I caught one of you with a straight leg. I'm going to come over and fix that. No straight leg. Put back on the floor. Good. Pull from here into your chest. Pull it all the way in. Knee all the way into your chest. Pull. That's it. Same time, this knee pulls away. This pulls in. This pulls away. Oh, now she's like, this is cake. No big deal. This move is going to feel a little bit like a workout. Yes, I love that you gave up. And she gave up with a smile. Like, ugh. All right, so you made it 30 seconds in. Cool. Take your breaks. This should not feel like, oh my God, I'm halfway through Kim's class. She beat the crap out of me. Oh my goodness. These are therapy sessions. We've got 15 more seconds left, my friends. This is a toughie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Go back to the pelvic tilts because we just did that one-sided move. So it kind of throws the body off a little bit, those unilateral moves. Pelvic tilts back and forth. Don't jam these. This is not give as much effort as you can. This is, hey, can I get a fuller range of motion? And because this is the second time we came back to this, you get to check, hey, does this feel different? Anybody feel different doing this one? Yeah. Better or worse? Yeah. Better? Easier? Good. When you get that hip flexor to turn on and do its work, finally, range of motion starts coming back. Before you thought, hey, this is no big deal. I'm all right. This is my range of motion. Now you just made it better because one of the muscles that was kind of sleeping got turned on. Even if it was hard and you couldn't do it to the fullest extent that I asked you to, it turned itself on to the degree that you can find ease now. Imagine what it's going to feel like when you get up and walk. We're going to flip over. And we're going to do cats and dogs. So we're going to throw the shoulders into it. Some of you hate cats and dogs. So if you hate cats and dogs, you're going to do it in a chair. Anybody has a problem getting up off the floor? I'm here. I will help pick you up. We picked up that 93-year-old lady that one time. She didn't want to get on the floor. Remember that? You were here for that. And she got up and that, man, she was a whiz. Love that lady. So cats and dogs can be done in the chair. We've done these before. I'm going to show you the side view. Or we could do them on hands and knees. Absolutely. Some of you who still have some wrist issues or shoulder pain, my goodness, this might not be a happy place for you. So you could do it in the chair. Cats and dogs on hands and knees is just simply this. This is all. But what I'm doing is I'm asking you to now load the shoulders. So the elbows stay straight if you are doing it on hands and knees. The knees stay in line with your hips. Knees are in line with your hips. Hands are in line with your shoulders. Back and forth. Try to point your toes behind you. Look between your legs, Frank. Do you see how wide stanced your knees are?
Yes.
I want you to walk them in until they're right under your hip joints. That's a little too narrow. So about the, yeah, right there is right under your hip joints. Your pelvis doesn't get any wider than that. Give that a shot. Now, because Frank's elbows has a tendency to just stay bent, it's better for him to stance the arms out wider. You guys ever catch me when I said, hey, we do the static extension position and we just can't get the shoulders to come back and down? So I have you stance your arms out wider as a Band-Aid for that. So that's what we're going to do. If you find your elbows on hands and knees positions are always bending, 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 just stance your arms out wider because that's shoulders that don't want to work. Do the chair again. Frank, come on out of this. Everybody come on out of this. You've been doing this for like 20 million reps. Chair again is here. Feet under knees, always. Look at your feet. Look at your feet. Are they underneath your knees? See your heels? Look at your heels, my dear. Heels. Now your heels are like up off the floor. You want them right under your knees. If you can't see your toes, your feet are not underneath your knees. They're behind them. Can you see your toes? Can you, I don't care about his toes, your toes. Can you see your toes? Yes, okay. So walk your feet forward. Now you feel square, like you're in the static back? Do you feel square? Okay, okay. There you go. Now from here, hands on thighs, relax. Back. Move your back and forth. There you go. Let your head follow that movement. That's cats and dogs sitting. Relax, Frank. You did cats and dogs on the floor. This is just for her because she wants to do it sitting. Get your back off the chair. Come forward. Come forward. Back off the chair. There you go. Feet underneath. Engage from here. Remember the pelvic tilts we did on the floor? That's what they are. Back and forth. Back and forth. Full movement. Good. Okay. Grab your straps, everybody. We're going to do some sitting work. I want to make sure I have time to beat you up because it's coming. Good, good, good. Oh, good question. Yes. I keep thinking, I see your faces all the time. You know what the heck you're doing. We're good. You don't need me to tell you everything. The width of the strap. Remember, you guys at home, this is a belt off of your pants. That's it. You're going to put your feet into it, and you're going to pull it all the way up past your knees. How wide does it go? Well, if we do our work, are we going to be doing it like this? Right. Are we going to be doing it like this? What? Yeah? What am I always cueing? Hips, hip distance, right, hip distance. Not like I'm trying to make you sound like a fool or look like a fool. I do this to my sister and my boyfriend all the time. They hate me. But it helps you guys. I'm trying. I want you to. Yes. So we're always looking for hip distance unless we're doing a move that's not, and you'll be able to tell. So find that hip distance. Remember, our joints, our load-bearing joints that we're going after, the ankles, the knees, the hips, we want to keep them, the hip joint is not, it's not going to move. It's stuck in the pelvis. So we always want to move everything around that for these moves that are just the sitting and the hip hook line. So hip distance is about a little bit more than your fist. And we want to go, the width of a dollar bill is usually normal hips. We're going to sit in pelvic extension for this one, all right? Pelvic extension means, remember when we were doing that cats and dogs thing on the ground and the pelvic thing on the ground and even sitting in the chair? The pelvis was our prime, almost prime mover, right? We're doing anterior, posterior. Everybody should have that movement. This is anterior. This is posterior. So when you're the scared dog, tailbone tucks under, it's posterior, anterior. We're going to sit in anterior. So you're going to feel like there's a little arch in your lower back, but no cheating. Whenever I say, oh, sit in anterior tilt, a lot of people go, it's not a spinal movement. It's a pelvic movement. So you just roll a little arch into your lower back, hold it there, push out on the strap over and over, over and over, push and release. How hard are we pushing?
Gently.
Did you hear that? Gently. Right, gently, enough, because you're going to be sitting here for a while. Tighten up that strap. Tight, yeah, more. You're good. In fact, I'd go wider. And the foot placement too. Yeah. A lot of times when I do this, because I don't have anybody looking at me and I often don't have a mirror, I'll do something like that to set up my feet. Sometimes I've even done that to set up my feet. Just so that I know, okay, good. They're at least parallel. I could feel where the block is. And then I'll put the things in. Good. So we're sitting in pelvic extension and we're pushing out over and over and over on the strap. Pelvic extension is hard to stay in. How many of you were new to this and were like, oh my God, I can't stay here anymore? Do you remember back that many years? Yeah, right. Don't kill yourself, because once the body goes, oh, I can't do this anymore, you're going to go right into compensation anyway, and you're going to start using the muscles that we want to try and give a break to. So if you notice, oh, I can't stay here anymore, just don't push through it. Just give yourself that break, even if you have to do them in sets of 5. Tighten it more. You're good. You're good there, Denise. Turn your feet straight ahead, my friend Frank. It's not going to feel too comfortable. I want your big toes to touch this block. There you go. A little different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
He's funny. Oh man, this one's tough, huh? How's everybody else doing back here? Good, good. Looking good. Good pelvic extension. You're right, Gloria? Good. Good. Take that break. You deserve it. This is Frank's first day. He's never been. He's.
Last day.
His last day too. I didn't cue that applause. That just happened. This is tough. This isn't push-ups and sit-ups and workout, but when you're waking up muscles that have been sleeping for a long time, it gives the body a crazy workout and it gets easier. It does get easier. You're giving me this dubious look. You all right?
Where are you supposed to feel this? Is this back here?
Yes. Yes.
Because I was getting cramps. And then
Yes, I do too. I do too. Guys, she had a question. Where are you supposed to feel this one?
Low back.
You're going to feel it in the low back just because your hip flexors don't like pulling your pelvis into extension. So you're going to feel that in your lower back just from that. But this movement coming out, where do you feel that, everybody? I always love your answers. I don't know. I don't know. The glutes. The glutes. So she was getting, yes, yes. And I remember last week you were saying, oh, I don't like this one's hurting my calf. I feel it here in my calves. It finally creeped its way up. We were doing this in another position, I think, maybe laying on the floor. So as the body starts remembering, hey, we want the glute to do its work, you might start feeling it in the calf and, oh, this isn't a calf exercise. No, it's not. But the body is changing. Then she felt it in her hamstring. It's what I call the hunting. Your body's hunting for the right muscle to recruit, because then the hamstring gets tired and it goes, we can't do this anymore. So it shifts it to where it's supposed to be. Finally, it'll hit it in the glutes. I know, smart body, not smart Kim. So that's why I'm always looking for feedback from you so we could figure out what the heck do we need to do next? What is your body telling you? Let's stop this nonsense. Take that stuff off. We're going to do windmill. Come on up and grab that wall, Lynn. I know you want to. So we're going to do some standing exercises. It's going to get a little bit tougher. I'm going to give modifications for those of you that are not happy with the tough, because it's hot out there and it's getting hot in here. Standing windmill. This can be done sitting too. It's just that you're not going to be able to do any leg positions. I turned the camera. So windmill is this move. Is this move where we can do the back and forth. And if you're not going to do the wall stuff, we might have you just sitting doing that. If we're not going to be able to grab the wall to do it, those of you in TV land, just pretend there's a wall behind you. So you want to put the heels on that wall. You want to put your shoulders on the wall, and you want to turn your feet straight ahead. For you, Mr. Frank, you can do windmill. Is it getting uncomfortable bringing the legs close together at any point? Okay, there you go. Try to sit upright from the pelvis and just go back and forth in sets of 4 and then take a break. All right, palms out, everybody, palms out. Yes, it does. Feet straight. Darn it, I'm going to throw blocks. Remember when I used to have those squishy things and I just throw the feet straight? Feet straight ahead. Feet straight ahead. Gloria, try to keep your arms from moving. It's a movement here. So rest your arms. It just because my arms are moving in space, everybody, for this windmill, doesn't mean I'm flagging down the JFK and LaGuardia planes. Stance your feet out wider. We're going second position. Second position. So feet are straight ahead, but now we're bringing the legs out wider, about 1.5 to 2 feet. You've got your heels on the wall. Feet are straight. Lynn, is that lip bothering you over there on the wall? It's nice and flat up here. There's room. There's room. It's a good question because it's keeping you nice and straight so that you don't have the opportunity to rotate. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Feet straight ahead. Everybody good with this one? You all right, Lynn? No, we're moving the mid back. Take a look down at your feet. Last time I'll say it, everybody, just look down at your feet and keep your feet straight. Feet straight. Good. Now spread them out wider. Now you got it. Last leg position. The legs come out even wider. Even wider. So we're going about maybe 3 feet if you can hold it and keep it. Wider. Feet are still straight though. Back and forth. That's it. So it's not a shoulder movement. It's a movement through the waist. Easy with that shoulder there, Gloria. So if this gets too intense, you can always put the hands on the waist too. Hands on waist, back and forth. Last position is our first position. So the feet come right back underneath the hips. Arms out, back and forth. Good. Keep on going. Oh, okay. Just double checking. How you doing? Oh, I can't even see you through there. I'm like, where'd she go? She's not here. Shoulders good, Gloria? Yeah. You okay? It's getting there. You got it. No shoulder. This is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Stay right here. Only through the waist. Everybody stop. Have a seat, because Frank's dying over here. Let's give Frank a break. You hang out there, my friend. But some of you guys were saying, you were coming in, you're like, oh, lower back, lower back. I got like 3 lower backs. How is it now? Did I make it worse or better? Okay. Because sometimes it can make it worse. It can't be the same, but if it goes worse, then we'll go in a different direction for you guys. Okay. Let's do some, oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. We'll do a little bit harder stuff. Let's do the one that got me fired from Crunch. We're gonna come. I just love this routine. It's so much fun. Okay, we're gonna get back down onto the floor. For those of you that don't want to get onto the floor, this is a sequence that's gonna kind of get the heart rate up a little bit, but it doesn't have to. You slow it down and you don't have to go that hard. So we're gonna do the arm leg opposites. Now you can do these laying on the floor. There's multiple ways to do these. You can even do this just leaning over a chair. We've done this on the Mondays. Remember, I've done this on in Monday's class, and we did that one time. We would do stuff like this for people who weren't ready to kind of get that. So you can do stuff like that. Did I just do the wrong leg? I did. So you can do that. But the other alternative for this move is cross crawl, laying on the floor and right here. So if you don't want to load anything, if you're still got shoulder problems or wrist problems and doing hands and knees stinks, you can do something like this. So we're just going to do that for a minute, maybe a minute and a half or so. Good. You're all right there, Marie?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Find myself.
Okay. I understand that. Gloria, you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down.
Try to get the legs straight back behind you. How you doing, Lynn? Think of it like your body comes pin straight, arms at your sides, legs straight too.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I will.
Does it hurt?
A
when you do it?
little, my lower back.
Okay, then bend
I
the
think when I
knees.
did the windmills, my back was arching.
Usually it does. Usually it does. So then bend the knees. So there's a reason why you did that. I get it. Okay, so come from here and just go right back to opposite arm now.
Opposite arm.
That's it. Go back and forth there.
Along
Perfect.
that.
Yep. Does that feel better? Okay, good. Bend your knee and pull your knee to your chest, just like that other move that you hated so much. Yes. You're welcome. Laying on the floor. But over the okay. Graham Hallberg, yes. just neutral, just kind of facing down on the floor. Everybody give yourself some space on the floor. You're going to roll over onto your back. We're going to do a couple of stretches, nice and easy stuff. And then we're going to do the Kim got fired stuff. It's fun though. I know you guys like it. We've done it before. It's a fun one and it's a tough one, but just smile and have fun. Okay, so let's do upper spinal floor twist because that's a nice opener. You're going to lay completely on the side. However, if you can't get on the floor today, oh good, we finally got on the floor. If you can't get on the floor, I'll show you an alternative. So you lay completely on the side, stack your hands and your knees. And this one's a toughie. If some of you have real big legs or something's going on, you can't hold your legs, I'll give you a strap. We could wrap that around the legs. I'm gonna open up the top arm like a book. Of course, the wall gets in the way. Top arm like a book. So it's gonna feel like a real big stretch. Yes, but I want you to hold the knees up towards your chest. So lay over on the side again. Start over again. Good. Hug those knees in. Good. Now bring your ankles out to me. That's going to give you a lot of leverage. Good. Now it'll feel a lot easier. Now you can open up. Put the other hand right here. That's it. And just let the stretch happen. Breathe. If this is too much on your shoulder, you can do this from a chair. You can absolutely sit in a chair and turn it into a sitting chair. It's not a it's not a movement over and over. It's a open, hold, and stay. You can sit in a chair and do this, or as you're twisting, you can even rest your hand on your belly. I did that with my shoulder. Lynn, double check that your knees are touching when you do this. Is that okay? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm coming. I hate to hear that when it comes from such beautiful people. Lay on whatever side you want to lay on. Good. Hold your knees in real deep. That's it. Now go ahead and open up into the twist. Take this hand and put it on top of your knees. That's going to kind of hold it there. You feel okay? I saw the face change a little. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's just a little slippery and I didn't fall on her. Thank goodness. Yes, I'm good. It is slippery. That's a slippery mat. Yeah. So yeah, are you okay sitting in the chair? Do it? Yeah. Okay, good. Yes, holding the position. Now that I walked around and cleaned everybody up, we're going to switch. That's a slippery floor. So we're switching the side. So when you're doing it in the chair, I'm just gonna clean that up again and show you guys.
Do the other side.
Yes, other side. So when you do this in a chair, I think I wasn't very clear with my words. So you're sitting in extension, you twist to the one side. You don't have to open the arm the same. So the guys on the floor are doing that because they're using the leverage and gravity's pulling that way. When we're in the chair, gravity's pulling this way. So it's just a sit upright and a twist. I'm not using my hand to pull, but I'm just twisting, sitting upright. 1 minute, that's it, everybody. Twist and hold. It's one side. One side's gonna feel different than the other. It always does. You know what I liked in that other room that we used to work out in? It had fans. And we used to turn them. One lady brought her own fan with her. It was nice. Right after this, we're going to do pelvic tilts again, and then we're going to do the log. Kim got fired log. Wasn't that funny? And I got fired from that other place, and now I'm doing logs with Kevin. That's it.
Do the advanced kettlebell class.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, advanced kettlebell. This is how the log goes. It's fun if you make it fun. Don't get bent out of shape over it like the lady from Crunch. So pretend this is the wall. I'm laying on the floor. I got my arms overhead. You're going to use one joint, either a shoulder or a hip, to get you flipped. So if I use my hip joint, I'm going to take this leg and throw it over and reach. Boom, now I'm facing down on the floor. Same joint, throw it back and reach. Oh, now I got another leg. Did she do that on purpose? Did you do that on purpose? Because that's what the lady said when I got fired. She goes, I'm not doing that. And the whole class looked at her. And I got fired because I embarrassed her. Yeah, whatever. I know, that's what I said. I think you embarrassed you. So then the other leg, you're going to take it, you're going to flip yourself over, flip yourself back. Arm, flip yourself. You get the idea. This is what it looks like on the floor. This is what it looks like on the floor. You might get stuck. You watch me get stuck too. One of my legs works, the other one works, the other one kind of doesn't. So you're just reaching, watch an arm. It doesn't work, so you get a little stuck. You try and push a little and but we're working an enormous amount of muscles to try and be functional in this twisting state. Give it a shot. Scary. I stumped you?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, so you can sit 90 degrees to your mat if you're afraid of the floor, and you can put the parts that count on your mat. I'll give you guys a minute and a half to get it done. Pick an arm or a leg and just wing that across your body to take you over. Nice. Good, Pat. Good, Pat. That's it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm actually thinking about how do I modify this? This is kind of like one of them fun. Nice, Marie. Here's what we can do. So modifiers. Everybody who's sitting down, we're going to stand up. Everybody else who's doing the log roll, keep going. Everybody who's out there standing up, we're just going to do leg extensions. You're going to adduction, abduction. Keep the foot parallel to the floor. Do them in sets of 5. And then you're going to go for the other side. At least there's laughter. See, this is what that lady would have loved. She would have gotten that if she would have tried this. But no, she wanted to play the blame game. Good. One leg, forward and back. Other leg, forward and back. It's a fun move, but it's getting done. You guys look great. I'm watching you. Get that leg across your body to get it over. Get that arm across your body. She's kicking butt over here. Try to get that same arm across. You pick one joint, 30 seconds. That was my point. I'm trying to get you guys to clean the floor so the library can have a break. This is an exercise. This is not exercise. Frank, you're going to kiss those caster wheels in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. We're gonna work on some arm circles, some elbow curls maybe, and we'll finish you guys out because we're kind of heading towards that part of the day. How did that feel getting up this time, Frank?
A lot better. I was amazed. I didn't teeter or totter.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. No teetering, tottering. All right, we're gonna work on arm circles next, everybody.
You've seen me teeter and totter.
I have. Arm circles can be done sitting in a chair. Nice. Pat's doing them kneeling like I usually do. Whenever we're doing arm circles, you can keep the feet straight ahead, but arm circles hurt some people's shoulders. So you can do shoulder rolls instead of arm circles. Okay, so if that bothers you. Arm circles, for those of you at home, you got to take the hands into the modified golf grip. Looks like this. It's a really weird position. Open nice and wide so the palms are available. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. You're going to stand with your feet straight ahead if you're standing, or if you're sitting in a chair, you're going to sit in extension, so sit upright. Arms come out to the side, circle up and forward. Keep your belly relaxed. Belly relaxed. I'm doing it in this position. Some of you know already because my pelvis has a tendency to want to bail forward. This stops it. It can't bail forward because it doesn't have the lower leg to compensate through. We're going to go backwards for 40. So flip the palms up. Shoulders are still back and down, up and back. Why must the belly be relaxed?
I feel like I'm gonna take flight.
Will you be a swan or a duck? Why are we keeping the belly relaxed? Very good. Pretty good. Relax, everybody. So he says you want to work your shoulders, not your abdominal. Pretty good. The shoulders perturb the torso. And if your abs are tight, it's not going to work the hip flexors. So we're helping to get the hip flexors to come along with all that work we did. And now remember, left side should work like right side. So I'm keeping you as straight as you can as you walk out that door. That's why the last moves we do are usually bilateral, both sides at the same time. We're going to do a free squat and then I'll let you go. Free squat can be air bench at home. For those of you that want to do air bench, you may. Free squat, I don't charge you extra for it. Keep the feet pointed straight ahead. They're still underneath your hips. But remember when we sat in the chair and we did that pelvic extension, we're in the anterior tilt. I want you to think about that when you do this. Spine is an S curve. So it's not like you do in yoga with Utkatasana and holding the bandha and all that. It's different. It's a different style. So think about S curve when you do it. I hold my shoulders back and down and I just squat for a minute. It's not about how low you go, but it is about keeping your load-bearing joints in line. So if you catch yourself like this, or you catch yourself like this, put a block between your knees. If you can't hold it. If this bothers your shoulders, put your hands on your hips. I don't care. So it's a squat. Feet straight ahead. Check it out. Yep. There you go. You feel your knees?
I'm good now.
Yes, because this is what happened. Once you straightened out your feet,
Everything's correct.
you went.
It's still cracking.
So you have a tendency to come here because of hip flexor. I had you straighten out your feet and it like went like this and your body felt, oh, that's weird. You corrected it by doing that. So it automatically happened in Frank. 10 seconds. Suck it up. Still holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. You guys at home, you're done. And I'll catch you next week.
Very good.
They can stop that recording. But you guys are still here, so we could talk. Tell me what's up. We're good, Hitomi. Hey, Lauren, good to see you. We're good, Hitomi.